of the Be Local podcast.
This is both the intro and outro, because obviously you'll know by now, well, you won't know by now, but you'll find out in about 2 minutes that we have no footage of the first half. Well, we do have footage, just of Diane. So we'll take a lovely selfie of us two before we get out, and then we'll shove her face in between and she can do the talking. So do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Diane Laing.
I knew I was pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah.
Owner of Lifelong Fitness Personal Training.
Yeah. Are you a native of Banff? Have you been here your whole life? How long have you been here?
No, I'm a native of the Sticks. I grew up on a farm just outside New Sligo, but I moved here about, oh my god, like, I don't even know, 18 years ago? Maybe slightly longer.
For a fair while then.
Aye, yes.
And
Aye.
how was farm life growing up?
Oh, ace. Really, really highly recommend it. Really good upbringing. Really lucky, had hard working parents and
Lots of pets. Kimberly had a pet
loads
big
of
ones.
animals.
Kimberly had a pet big ones that they slaughtered.
Oh yeah, we did that as well. Yeah.
That's
See,
not
it's
normal.
normal.
It's not normal.
It's normal farm life. We had a Susie and she was tasty.
Oh god. Right, well, we'll start off with our usual questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Aye.
What's your death row meal? So you've got to have a
Death
starter,
row
a
meal.
main, a pudding, and a drink.
Oh my god,
The last
that's really
meal
hard.
On earth.
Um,
See, I thought you'd probably. We're going to be corrected here, aren't we? But I thought you'd probably be quite restrictive, and you might go on a big blowout if it was your last meal.
oh no. I actually got asked that the other day, do I eat healthy all the time? And I was like, no. Like, not at all. I love sweets.
I think it'd be good to quite sort of delve into that a bit more.
Aye.
But for now, we need to know what you're going to eat before you die.
Before I die, okay.
Not that that's a threat. I'm not like
No.
I'm not going to drive us
It's
off
not
a cliff.
imminent.
We'll get that on our way there.
Aye.
I'm really struggling with starter. I don't even know.
Can you think of any good starters you've had? Like, it doesn't have to be recently, but in the last couple of years. anything?
Okay, rustic grill. I got. It was like mac and cheese, but in breadcrumbs, like in balls,
yeah.
and it had jalapenos through it.
Oh,
so
lovely.
spicy mac and cheese. It was
Like,
so good.
Was it crispy on the outside?
Aye, it was amazing.
Oh, that sounds so dirty.
Really, it was. It was so good. Main course, it would be Wayne's beef 3 ways from the Nows.
Oh, do you know what? I've been tempted by that so many times.
So good. Every
Is it?
time I go.
I don't know where we're going. Where do you want to go?
Where's your favourite place in the area?
In the area.
Should we go out towards the farm you were born on?
Aye, go for it.
Aye.
Head out the Brock Road.
Aye.
Pudding, probably sticky toffee, classic.
Yep.
Can't beat it.
It seems to be a big
That's,
favourite.
yeah, that's
Aye.
pudding. And what would you have to drink?
Fresh orange lemonade.
Would you?
A pint. I'm pretty boring. Like.
Kimberly, we just forgot the drinks. We forgot that whole segment that we've discussed at length.
Oh, you didn't bring me a drink?
No, did you bring me one?
No.
You said it like I was letting you down. You've not brought one either.
I forgot.
You're not supposed to drink and drive.
No.
Well,
It was any drink that we thought the other one would like, going by what
Oh.
we've said so far.
it was just going to be like a little intro
So
bit.
coffee.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, we've completely thrown it out the window.
Oh,
We shouldn't pre-plan segments.
No,
They
it's
don't
shame
need-
it.
the Cullen Skink situation
Yeah.
all over
It's
again.
just an absolute waste of time. I think we originally said that we were going to rate people's death row meals out of 10 as well.
Yeah.
Aye,
I don't
okay.
think we've rated one.
No, we haven't.
No,
Although those mac and cheese balls sound like a good
Yeah.
solid
oh, it's a
9.
dream. Honestly, it was so good.
So, what got you into the fitness?
So I was a regular gym goer for the past 10 years. I started off at the Training Advantage, which was a women's only gym run by Joanne Bruce, and I just loved it. I started there in the run up to my wedding, just wanted to be in good shape for my wedding, and then I totally got the bug. I absolutely loved it. It was like a getaway from the normal mum life, and a bit of a stress release. And then I started to see results, start to see my body change in shape, and really enjoyed it. And then more recently, I've been training up at the council gym, and one of the guys that trains there, Mike Bapte, he used to be a personal trainer, and I just was chatting to him one day and said, "Oh, how was that as a career?" And he's like, "Why are you thinking about it?" And it just like planted a seed.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, you'd be perfect again. You look the part. You're good at communicating. You're good with people.
Yeah.
You should totally do it." And I was kind of thinking about learning something at that point, going to study or.
Because am I right in thinking you're a pharmacist?
I'm not a pharmacist. No, I work in the pharmacy.
Okay.
Just a dispenser.
There's some effort involved in that.
Aye, there's.
It's not the same as like working behind like any old counter.
No, there is a bit of thinking involved. Aye, I've only been there for 3 years. Before that, I was a childminder, so my life's kind of revolved around kids since I was 22, since I became a mum, and then kind of veered off. And I got into the pharmacy when my husband's job was under threat.
Okay.
He was offshore, and I said to mum and dad, "Can you help with childcare if I go and look for a job?" Because at the time I was just a stay-at-home mum.
Yeah.
And they were like, "I go for it." They had retired, so they were in a position to help the kids. So got a job at Lloyd's and Macduff, and I really, really like it. Love the team. The girls are ace. Like, the banter is brilliant. So that was good, and it really it made me realise that there was more to life than just like staying with my kids, and I really liked being called Diane and named Mum for a while. So,
because I think that's with any hobby really. Like,
yeah,
I sort of have a habit of getting into one thing and then getting into another thing and getting into another thing, and people are like, I don't know how you can like that.
Stickability.
Well, that's it. But people are like, I don't understand how you can like that, whatever that is. Whether it's one thing I'm doing now or one thing I've done, they're like, I don't know how you can get that. Well, I don't think it's necessarily always about what it is you're doing. It's about the freedom you get from doing it.
Yeah, I get that in fitness, like just getting away from the washing. Like having a big family, you can totally relate. I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely.
It releases all the good endorphins and everything, though, doesn't it?
Aye,
So
aye.
it makes you. I've noticed me and my husband have started doing workouts and stuff.
Aye.
We're following a plan, and every time we do a workout, it like wakes you up and invigorates you.
Aye.
So
aye.
like 10 o'clock last night, we did a workout, and at 2 o'clock I was still awake. I was like, that was stupid.
Yeah, better to do it first thing in the morning than last thing at night. But just whenever you can fit it in. The course that I did to get my level 3 personal training qualification, the science behind the like physiological effects on the brain and the body, I got like totally geeked out on it. I was quite academic at school, but I didn't really have a drive to be a career person.
Yeah.
But see, once I started learning about biology and stuff in this course, I just turned into a massive geek. Like, I want to read and learn so much more.
Yeah.
Now that I've got some knowledge, I just keep wanting to learn more and more about it. So,
So I think that's a thing that people really struggle with is accurate science.
yeah,
There's so much rubbish on the internet about you need to do this to lose weight, you need to do that to lose weight. I know everything I need to know to lose weight.
yeah,
I just have no motivation.
aye,
It's not that I don't know what I need to do.
yeah,
I know exactly what I need to do. I think it's important to sort of dispel a lot of the nonsense you hear on the internet. I see that you do that a lot with a lot of your posts from your business page.
I think it's really important to just go down like evidence-based knowledge and spreading the word about fitness, not just being about a destination of looking a certain way, and it's more about your health and finding something that you enjoy doing, and it not being punishment for eating a certain way. Just do it because you love doing it. If you only like going for a walk, then go for a walk. Like, you don't have to punish yourself for hours in the gym to be healthier. A little bit of something's better than a whole lot of nothing. I think that's my motto as far as fitness goes.
So your goal for your clients, is it to achieve what? Like, is it weight loss? Is it fitness? Can you be fat and fit?
I would say, there is a movement called Health at Every Size, and you can be healthy at a higher body weight, but there are so many health implications from obesity that you just can't deny.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think we've kind of grown up in a diet culture, and it's this all or nothing mindset. So basically, I'm on the diet, or I'm off the wagon. Like, I fell off, start again on Monday. But this constant reset is where everybody's falling down. They should just eat like sensibly the majority of the time, rather than this on again, off again. So like an 80-20 rule is what I would say. Try and don't eat like a dick all the time, then you're going to see progress if you are mindful 80% of the time. You don't have to be perfect.
I mean, they say that people aim for these quick goals where they lose like £10 or whatever a month, and it's like, well, just aim for £1 a week, and over a year that's £52. Which is a hell of a lot of weight.
It is. Slow sustainable weight loss is a lot easier to maintain than your rapid fat loss.
Well, because if you go like really hard at the gym, you move everything in your life aside, go hard at the gym, go hard like with what you're eating, you lose all the weight, and then the rest you stop, you're like, I got my goal, then life comes back and you stop everything you were doing, and it all piles on again.
So it's about finding something that you can sustain for life. So find an activity that you enjoy. Resistance training, like weightlifting, is something I would recommend to everybody, and it is so important. It's too important not to do. Like for for women especially heading into menopause, osteoporosis is a big thing. Your bone density changes when you lose estrogen, so it's really important to maintain as much bone mass as you can. So weight training is what you can do that with. Same with muscles. It's really important for a long functional life, so I think everybody should be doing it.
So what is your main sort of advice to people that are looking to make a change in their life? I mean, I feel like it seems like I'm just trying to get a free session out of you. I do like free stuff. But I'm also really interested because it is, to me, it's a strange career choice, and not because I think it's a strange thing that people want to get fit and people want to get healthy. Like I'm not in a different category. I'd like to be healthier than I am. I'm not motivated to do it, and I found, I did diet. I've lost a lot of weight and I've put a lot of it back on. But I mean,
What motivated you to do it then?
A friend of mine passed away, actually, suddenly. And it wasn't, we're not even certain of the cause. But, yeah, it just worried me a little bit.
Mm.
And then I tried it and I really enjoyed it. So I was doing a ketogenic diet. So it's just, pure protein and fats.
Yeah.
And it was suited my lifestyle. I'm the sort of person where I'd rather have 2 burgers and no bun than 1 burger with a bun.
Okay.
So for me, it was like, it made sense. It made sense and I was doing it. But I've always had a problem with like acid, heartburn.
Yeah.
Even when I'm eating healthily, I get it. But the ketogenic diet just didn't go well with it. And it got to a point where it was so bad, the acid has actually damaged my esophagus. So I've now got a thing called Barrett's esophagus, where the stomach, your esophagus starts growing back stomach tissue instead of esophageal tissue.
Oh, right, okay.
You know Steve-O from Jackass?
Yeah.
The reason his voice is the way it is through the same condition. Yeah.
That's because he makes himself sick all the
exactly.
time.
Oh, aye.
So,
I've not watched that for a long time, but I know what you mean.
yeah. But yeah, so for me, I couldn't continue doing it.
Yeah.
And the second I fell off that wagon,
yeah,
it's not that the motivation went. It's just that you didn't really see the consequences because I'd already lost a lot of weight. So I was going back to eating, not crap all the time, but too much of even stuff that I know that I shouldn't be eating or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just soon adds up. And then lockdown happened, and it just it became silliness for me. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't really a priority anymore.
Yeah, I think a lot of foods like carbs have been demonized in the media over the years. That if like going back sometime it was fat, so there was low fat this, low fat that, and in reality a well balanced nutritional diet is what you need. You need everything. Protein's really, really important for your muscle growth and repair. You need fats for your hormones to be transported around your body. You need, and for fat soluble vitamins, you need carbs for energy. That's where your glycogen comes from, carbs, and that feeds your muscles and gives you energy. So it's about meeting the energy needs of your body. So you can so if you think about your body as like a car with an engine, if you keep putting diesel in it, a petrol engine, it's not going to work very well for very long.
Yeah.
So one of the things I read was if you think of your body as a car, when it comes to like how much you're eating, if you go and fill up the tank like every week, and you go and fill it up, but then 1 week you don't use it as much and you still go and fill it up, it's all going to pour back out. So like your body doesn't, again, like, if you're not doing as much exercise or physical activity and you're still eating as much, it's got nowhere to go but to be stored as fat.
Stored as fat, yeah. And stored fat is like stored energy source. So the way to lose fat is to get an energy deficit, a calorie deficit, so that your body is forced to use that stored fat for energy.
I mean, calorie deficit is different for each person.
Yes.
Right? So because obviously I use a lot more energy
because
just surviving
you're in a bigger
of my
body.
size.
Yeah, aye.
So I think people sort of don't really understand that whole aspect of it.
Yeah. So your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, is the energy your body uses just to be alive. So breathing, heart beating, blood pumping through your veins, your digestion, every function, just lying in your bed doing nothing, not expending much energy through movement, just being alive. So the BMR for an average woman is 1400 calories ish, 12 to 1400 calories, just to be alive. So anything above that, you need to expend, like if you're eating 2000 calories, you need to be expending 600 to 800 calories through movement or exercise throughout your day. So
I mean, what would an average day's like walking, what sort of calories would that burn off?
depends on your body size.
Okay.
And the intensity of your walk. So if you're just strolling like really, really slowly, you're not going to use the same energy as somebody that's power walking, for instance, or like you would burn more calories than I would because you're in a bigger body, and
I'm practically made of calories.
It's gonna take more energy for you to shift your body weight than my size. So
these step counters that people are going by, where they're like, oh, I do X amount of steps. Really, if you're doing a casual, leisurely stroll, you might as well be doing half the amount of steps at twice the pace. Or
okay,
something.
I guess
The maths isn't exact, but
yeah. So the step counters are a really good way of showing your steps and how active you are. But the calorie burn that they show is really inaccurate. So like if somebody's on a fitness journey and they're putting their exercise into MyFitnessPal, for instance, it's not accurate. So I wouldn't recommend like fixating on that. Your biggest thing to look at is your nutrition for fat loss. Exercise should be looked at for your health benefits. So for example, my mum came to me as my first client. She was my guinea pig for when I qualified and I wanted to try out what I'd learned and stuff. So when she first came, she had high blood pressure and she was wheezing going up her stairs. So 6 weeks of 3 training sessions per week, her blood pressure came down to normal, and she'd gone from wheezing going up her stairs to being able to jog up her stairs in 6 weeks.
That's good.
So the fitness and health benefits should be from your exercise. The fat loss comes from your nutrition, I think.
So I mean, I don't really want to ask that much questions about nutrition because I know it's very interesting, but I also want you to still have something to discuss with clients. I don't want you giving away all your secrets. But
okay.
What do you think of like diet plans such as the camera's dying? Such as the camera dying. That's going to have to do for now. The camera died. I don't know what happened. The thing is, I don't know how long ago it died. That's my worry. We might have to pull over and check.
Oh, you don't notice, do you?
No, but I know it. I noticed when it died. I don't know how long ago it cut out though. Well, we'll have to pull over and have a look and sort the camera angle out because this is absolutely terrible. Look how much dashboard you can see.
By the way, we've passed my old farm. I totally was not even paying attention.
Me either, if I'm honest. I was paying attention to the road.
But we can go another way, it's fine.
Oh god. You said near New Pits Lago, which is...
it is. Well, it is near here. It's just back there.
It's just not this near. We'll turn around in New Pits Lago.
It's fine. No, I'll show you the back roads. It's fine. Okay.
This is basically how the whole podcast ended up going. Normally it's Kim that tells us 10 minutes after we pass the turning. Oh, that's the turn.
That's where we should have went.
Your camera's still rolling. The audio's still there.
Okay.
So maybe we can add some informational faff, some pictures.
Yeah.
But last week I shoved in 2 pictures of a goat I was hugging.
No, didn't go to put sticker.
No.
Keep going.
God.
The next left.
Next left.
Where that tractor's coming out, go there.
No.
Have you watched Clarkson's Farm?
I've not watched Clarkson's Farm.
So good.
I've heard good things about it though.
Yeah, I don't like that man normally, but I really enjoyed it.
It was funny.
Yeah.
He's so dramatic.
Yeah.
I keep seeing TikToks of people that have gone to his farm and it's cost them like 50 quid and all they've got is like a bottle of gin and some honey.
Yeah. And he's like, every time he's got something, he's like, I did a thing now, I grew a thing now.
Yeah. He lambed you out. That was mental. You could see how moved he was.
I know. See, when he had to take the 3 sheep to go and get slaughtered, and then when he come back out to say goodbye to them, and they were already dead, he was horrified.
I don't know what's happened.
Have you put on the aircon?
No, it's not on. It's not on. I don't know why it's gone so cold.
Cold button here.
That's you just turned it on. Turn it
There's
on.
no one on.
I don't know why it's gone so cold.
It's gone really cold.
I don't know what's happened. Don't tell me the aircon's burst and it's just
Is
on.
this a new car for you?
No, unfortunately not. But it got hit the other week while it was parked.
Oh,
I really don't think that would have caused the damage.
Well,
to your
all the sensors have gone.
oh no.
Yes, and none of the beeping happens when you go near anything anymore.
That's good.
It's not good. It's not good when you need to park it. I need to pull over somewhere and sort this camera out.
Pull over into the side.
Aye, there's an opening just coming up.
Ah, perfect. But yeah, I wanted to sort of ask your opinion on stuff like Slimming World. Because I follow a guy on TikTok called The Real Lost Boss. Oh, there's one here. And he's lost like, I don't know, 20 stone or something.
Yeah.
And he's a personal trainer, like yourself.
Yeah.
And he's got a really interesting take. I'm going to sort the camera out and then we're going to resume it.
Okay.
Well, that was catastrophic. Absolutely terrible. I'll make sure we're out of here and I'll explain. So, we've just come all this way and for some reason the footage isn't saved. It did cut off briefly and we recorded the next bit which you would have seen, but we've pulled over to check it and there's absolutely no footage. So I'm going to have to sort of put some pretty pictures of Banff and the area up. And yeah, we'll have to... what I might do is take the footage from an old one where it's just me and you.
Well, wing it.
And just loop it. I don't know what to do. I'm never cocked up.
Well, just wing it. It's like the theme tune of everybody's life, isn't it?
Aye,
Wing it.
Well,
winging it.
We'll make it up as we go along.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as you would have heard from the audio... Oh, does that mean our intro is not even on there?
I bet you that's the first 3 minutes that's recorded and I've not pressed a button right and then it's fell asleep and turned off.
That's
I bet
probably
you
what
that's what's happened.
Were you in charge of pressing the button?
I pressed a button.
See?
I can blame her, yes. Just got free.
It's warming up in here again.
Is it too hot?
It's a bit cozy now, sorry. I'm not usually this
I'll tell you what,
fussy.
I'll have your side down, your side up and my side down. So I like it cold, you like it hot, and then you'll get somewhere in the middle, hopefully.
That's fine.
Back.
Oh, so I had a discussion about this, right? We do have this in our car, but I don't get it. Because surely the air's circulating, so what does it matter that mine's
Because
cold
you've
and
got
yours
two
is hot?
there and I've got two here.
Yeah, but that air's going into the air. Or are we not sharing air?
Well, it's the air that hits you in the face.
Right, okay.
The air that hits you in the face.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, yeah.
yeah, I don't even know where I was at. I'm so annoyed about the camera. Am I going the right way now?
Food.
Yeah, you are. So you're going to take a left. It's a crossroads.
So glad you said that.
Yeah, good
We
thing I
nearly
asked.
had a chicken going there.
Good thing I asked. But yeah, so this guy I follow on TikTok, he's very against Slimming World, and he did it for years. And he said that he did lose weight, but it was mainly through the companionship of others there. It was nothing to do with the plan, because as you've said yourself, calorific deficit is the only way to lose weight.
Yeah.
And they have this sin-free food that you can eat as much as you like, and obviously that in science doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
I just wondered what your opinion was. I'm not bashing Slimming World. I don't want anyone.
Yeah.
I know there's some that are really like die-hard Slimming World fans. I don't want anyone to lynch me on my way to Tesco's. But it is silly, and the thing that bugs me about it most, and I'll lay this out there before I get your opinion, is how they have sin-free foods that you can have as much as you want of.
Yeah.
And then a year later, they're now sin foods.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, if you've been following it for a whole year and eating as much of them sinned foods, then where does that leave you? Have you been paying £5 a week for absolutely nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it doesn't make sense. Like a banana is no sins, but
Unless
a
you
mashed
mash
banana is
I
one
know,
sin.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but if you blend it or mash it or anything, it's...
So what do you do with the banana in your mouth?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you're not mashing it up with your teeth.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on
My
that?
thoughts on it, I think the community, the group is really good. It's like-minded people trying to lose weight, trying to get healthier. That's the good part. That's about it, I would say. There's no education. I think that a lot of successful weight loss comes from really learning about calories and nutrition. I think that people would benefit a lot from looking into nutrition and following nutritionists online. If you're on social media, find some, read their stuff. It's just really, really good information. It's useful. Like, saying something is sin-free is absolute bollocks.
Yeah.
Basically, there is calories in every food. So if you say, oh, you can eat as much pasta as you want, and you are in a calorie surplus, you're not going to lose weight.
Because for me, as a fat person...
This is the farm coming up.
Is it?
That's where I grew up.
Oh, aye.
It's called Bogfold. Really, really classy name.
Bogfold.
Bogfold.
Oh,
Looks nice.
lovely.
Looks nice.
So that's where my childhood happened. Really, really loved living there. We could see it back then. We could see Benahy. You can't see it today, but it's just over there.
Oh, brilliant.
So.
But yeah, so as a fat person, for me, all you can eat is not an offer, it's a challenge. Do you know what I mean? So when you can say you can eat as much pasta as you want, I'll eat 2 kilos of pasta.
Do you know, I think that's like one of the biggest problems though, is that food's so much more readily available now than it ever has been.
Yeah, the wrong foods are on offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, the worst part is we grew up quite poor.
Yeah.
So we just sort of got what we were given.
Yeah.
And I don't know, as an adult, I've kind of bought all the stuff that I've always wanted as a kid that I never got.
Okay.
And I think that's not just with food. Like I bought myself the Power Rangers Megazords. It sounds sad to you two, but when the only time you got to play with it was on a Sunday at your nan's because the kid across the street had one. It was traumatic.
Man-child, didn't you?
And that's all I ever wanted, and I never got it. And my mum felt bad, and someone was selling one online, and she gave me some money towards getting one. This is like last year. But for me,
all your dreams come true.
Yeah, exactly.
Best day of your life.
It was so good.
Well, see, we were the same. We weren't allowed like fizzy juice or loads of sweets or anything like that. So the day that I moved out, I put on like 3 stone in 6 months. It was quite dramatic.
Oh, we went in a day.
No,
I'm like,
in a day.
I put on 14 stone in a day.
And all I did was eat pizza, takeaways, and drink cola.
Aye.
And it was crazy.
Becoming an adult, it just gives you so much freedom. And if I don't know, there's different ways of looking at it, because some folk will have grown up in a really restrictive household and not been allowed this or that, and then they want to rebel and have all those things. And then other folk have grown up with massive portion sizes, and that's all they know.
Yeah.
So it's learned behaviour.
Yeah. So I blame my mum. I think the problem that I've got, and this is genuinely what I think the main issue is, that I think a lot of self-improvement comes from wanting to improve your confidence, or having a lack of confidence, or being self-conscious. And I'm none of those things. I'm very confident who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not self-conscious in any way. I've got naked at many a party to everyone else's detriment. But for me, there's nothing about me that I'm conscious of. I'm worried that sometimes I put my foot in my mouth and I say the wrong things at the wrong time. I'm terrible for doing that. I'm terrible for being worried that I've offended people. But confidence is not something I'm worried about. I'm not worried about other people's opinion. And for me, I think it's almost the pressure of. I think I just spat myself then. I think it's almost
excited.
Thinking about food. But no, I think it's almost the pressure of other people's opinion that stems people into wanting to change.
Yeah,
and I think really you need to want to change who you are for your benefit to be able to actually get on that.
Surely it's not sustainable then if you're going by, because like I'm the same. Like my biggest qualifications in massage. And massage tips and people's like a body's just a body to me. I don't kind of like I'm the size that I can't change that by tonight. So like it's just this is what you're getting basically. And it doesn't bother me. But for my health, I wanted to be fitter and lose weight, which made me join and like get help for somebody, because I want to be able to keep up with the kids as they get older. And I want to be there for them. It's
identifying why you want the change. Like some folk, it is aesthetics, they want to look better, which is absolutely fine. Other folk, it's for their health. I think there's loads of different reasons, but it's become very apparent to me that the thin idealization is still there. Like, a lot of folk really lack body confidence and are very image conscious and worry about what everybody else thinks, and that's a shame. Like, I feel like I'm in a really privileged job to be able to help folk feel better for themselves and try and stop them worrying about what everybody else thinks, and just do it because they want to feel better for them and not because they have to fit into the beauty standards and the image standards of society.
I think things are evolving though.
They are.
I think
there is a change.
Yeah, because I mean, I look on TikTok and there's a lot of sort of plus size women that are really like, I'm sexy.
Yeah.
You take it or leave it.
Aye.
And that's kind of how I feel, to be honest.
Yeah.
A big sexy woman.
Yeah, I'm a big sexy independent woman. But for me, I still look at the comment sections and there's people that are sitting there slagging them off.
Aye.
And these people,
It's disgusting.
it's madness.
But you know something, the worst it is, see, I had one person once message me only a couple of years ago and said, I don't know, she was just in a really bad mood and out for everybody, I think, but she messaged me saying, are you pregnant? Are you fat? Are you pregnant? Because I wouldn't want to start crap with a pregnant person. And I was like, do you know something? I was more angry about it because, see, that person, every day on Facebook, she had on Facebook about how insecure she was about her body. And I thought, don't put your crap on me.
It's a reflection of their
people
themselves. Yeah.
And then it stresses people out, doesn't it?
Aye.
This is what people are thinking, but it's no everybody.
Yeah. I think we're going down two sort of routes in life at the minute that are not new, but they're sort of very prevalent in the younger generation, and that's fitness, but really actual fitness. I mean, being skinny doesn't mean you're fit.
Aye.
And I think that a lot of people now, it's just normal to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Whereas when I was growing up, it wasn't necessarily like that. I mean, there obviously was a lot of people that went to the gym, but you've seen the amount of gyms that have been built over the last sort of 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. And I think that we're sort of going down that route with health conscious, where people are choosing veganism or they're choosing positive life choices. And then parallel to that, you've got the whole I'm big and beautiful no matter what, who I am or what I look like.
Yeah.
And I think there's a fine line between promoting positive body imagery and being like, yes, you are beautiful and you are big. And then there's a fine line between that and glorifying someone even though they are clearly very overweight and like
and
to
that's
die.
got health implications.
Absolutely.
Aye.
Like for me,
Yeah.
I know that if I don't make a more distinct change in my life, I mean, I've been doing it on and off, the last few months. I was swimming like 4 or 5 times a week for an hour at a time.
Yeah.
I was doing that every week for about 3 months. I'm in a calorific deficit at the minute, so tonight I had a katsu stir fry with prawn.
Yeah.
Banging. But
Sounds good.
I'm sort of making positive change, but I know that I need to make a real drastic change. And I would never in a million years promote my body image to other people as positive. There's nothing positive about it. But also at the same time, there's not that much of a negative because I'm not suffering the
You're
way
not ashamed of it the way it
that's
is,
it.
and you are trying to.
I know that I look the way I look because of the life choices I've made.
Yeah.
There's no, it's glandular. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not pretending that I don't. I'm big bald. I'm not pretending that I don't know
Your
that
legs tell us a different story, Chris.
I borrowed them off the sparrow. But every day's leg day for me carrying this. But for me, it's like, I'm not under any illusions that the reason I look the way I look is because of my life choices.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, I don't know, I'm all for people promoting positive body imagery. But people are very quick to
Judge.
to glorify being overweight when it's not a
Yeah.
good thing. It's not great to be overweight. It's not great to be unhealthy. I think it helps me being funny because people have a conception that fat people are funny.
It is part of some people's identity, though, isn't it? Because if you've grown up with a nickname like
Fat Bastard,
that implies that you're overweight.
Well, that's it. If you watched Austin Powers and Fat Bastard was like, I don't know, an XL at the push, you would be like, oh, it's a bit disappointing. But the fact is, he was massive.
But if you've always, it's been part of your life, your whole life. It's the same as fitness is part of my identity now. Like, folk know I'm in fitness, and my uniform is my leggings and t-shirts. Like, that's one of the perks of the job, by the way.
Making sure that camera's still recording. I was panicking. I wasn't checking out your leggings, don't worry. But,
where'd you get the ones that you can't see your pants? That's like the worst part of leggings. Buy them. Yeah, no, like kind of they're like, maybe I buy them too small, but they always feel like they go thin.
Maybe you need to buy thongs.
What's that look for?
Oh, because I hate them.
You hate wearing pants, don't you?
Yeah.
You're a
command. Visible panty line. Nobody cares.
No,
like,
they don't.
Literally, nobody
to be
cares.
fair, you're probably better if they can see your pants and know your bum.
No, you're wearing them. You know?
Yeah, especially if you've got like a tattoo in a weird place. I wouldn't be surprised if you did. Like a pair of lips on your bum cheek or something. But yeah, I think like brands like Gymshark have become billion pound brands because of the whole fitness thing.
They do have really good quality stuff, like, I have to say.
I watched a podcast with the guy, I think his name's Ben, that owns it. And he said he was making clothes himself at home, and it just spiraled from there. There was demand for it, and he supplied it, and it just took off from there. And I think it's become fashionable to be fit.
It is, and also there's a trend for women building muscle now, which is amazing. Like, that's my thing. I'm getting all my ladies lifting heavy weights, and I think it's a great look.
There's Erin and McDuff. She does bodybuilding.
That's extreme. Like, the bodybuilding is
her body is
amazing.
I remember seeing Jessica Ennis on TV.
The work that goes into that is amazing.
Yeah.
Like Jessica Ennis, I remember seeing her on TV. She's got like washboard abs.
Who's that?
She's an Olympian of some kind. I don't know what she does, but she's got like a 6-pack, and people were like slagging her off for it. And I'm like, 99% of the time, people slag you off for things they're insecure about.
Yeah.
That they're worried about how they look, so they take the piss out of how you look, or they're worried that whatever it is, that their insecurities are they often project it on other people.
Yeah.
And I thought, just because she looks better than half the people that are slagging her off, I think that's probably why they were slagging her off. For me, attraction's based on personality. I seem to get on with most people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think the whole world is, again, as I say, evolving. We're coming into where it's and you can be beautiful and be ripped as a woman. You can still wear a dress.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should be able to look like whatever you want to look like. If that's what makes you happy.
I mean, I've seen some hairdos where I thought you shouldn't be allowed that. like in North Korea, I think there's 14 state commissioned hairdos that you can have. And if you have anything other than that, you can go to jail. I swear to God, that's a genuine fact. I think we should have at least 14 in the UK that if you have that hairdo, then you go to jail. I saw this old man, he must have been about 65, and he's gone for the Jack Grealish. You know, with the...
Oh, I saw that today.
Yeah, I saw it.
Hairband.
Yeah. And I was like...
And his miserable face.
Oh, I was like, there's no way he should be allowed that hairdo. It was absolutely horrendous. But it's like when Phil Foden, who played for England, like half of the people in the England crowd had bleached blonde hair, cut into the same haircut as him.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's alright. It looked bad on him, in my opinion. But it was alright that he had it. He was making a statement.
It's a trend.
But then it became a trend, and I'm like, don't do that.
That's it. I went to a Stone Roses concert, and I swear at least 70% of the people had the exact same haircut.
Oh, that was not a haircut.
Yeah.
It's mad though, isn't it? Like, I
I
remember when I came up here, I had like a skin fade, and no barbers up here did it. And then that Turkish barber came and asked them for a skin fade, and they carried on doing it.
It's not, I mean, there's different sizes on the way down.
No, it's like faded from absolute 0 at the bottom to like a 1 or 2 at the top.
Yeah.
And then they would put that line in for
like
me.
the first review that you wrote?
Yes, that is the very first review.
That was a good review.
and I'd had that. Thank you. And I had that line put in, and then the barbers obviously had a lot of people, their kids come in and said, "I want that haircut," and then they got it, and then everyone in Bath had the same haircut for a while. Do you know? Like, and
You're
take your
such
kid,
a trendsetter.
I know. But I think it got to a point where they got so used to doing that haircut, the kid's mum would bring them in and say, "Oh, I want a number 4 all over," and they would get that haircut.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have an option at one point. Like, everyone had that haircut. But yeah, I'm not claiming to be a trendsetter, but you know, but no one was doing that when I come up here. No one knew what a skin fade was. And the Turkish barbers happen to know it because obviously, I suppose in Turkey there's a lot of tourists that would get it.
Yeah.
But like, your run-of-the-mill hairdresser wasn't doing it. Now look how beautiful it is. The weather's been terrible, but the sun's beautiful. I mean, not that you could see the crappy footage we got for the first half of it, though. I'm worried at how much time we've got left. How long have we been in the car? What's the time?
It says 48 minutes on here.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Well, that's handy. We've got 1 hour and 7, so we've got. that's how much memory's on that one.
All right. Okay.
So yes, we'll get back in time. Yeah. So I mean, what? Oh yeah, I don't think we ever really got to the answer. So what's your ultimate goal for your clients? Do you tailor-make everything to them, or what's the process?
Well, I go through a consultation process with my clients, and I ask them what their goals are, and then I tailor a program for them.
Okay.
I can set a calorie goal. I'm not a nutritionist, so I can't give you menus or anything like that, but I can give you ideas of how much protein you should be eating, and what good sources of protein are and stuff like that, and then a level of activity to help you reach your goals. So I've got a wide variety of clients. Some of them are on weight loss journeys, some of them are wanting to build muscle and they've already lost body fat, so it's really good. I absolutely love the job. It's so rewarding, and seeing women push themselves to the limit and feel accomplished after a workout, like, it's just ace. I just love it.
So is your main clients female?
All my clients are female at the moment.
So you've got no male clients?
I've not even had an inquiry from a male. So.
Chris, you're going to
I'm not fucking
this.
changing that. No. But
you're welcome to try it.
I'd be interested to see whether I could even handle it, to be honest. I saw you with those big ropes.
Oh,
Fuck.
they're brutal. Oh my god.
I look knackered watching you. I felt knackered watching you.
You look knackered.
I look bad. I probably did look knackered watching you as well, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. This is going to sound. This might be rude, and if you want to tell me otherwise, I know you're not supposed to ask a woman their age or anything, but are you allowed to ask a woman if they know what their body fat percentage is? Because you're very fit.
I don't know what my body fat percentage is currently, but I think it really doesn't matter.
I was just curious.
Oh no, I mean, I think the last time I checked it was 30%, but I don't know.
Do you know what the optimum is for health, not for looks?
For health, for a woman, it depends on your age, but I think it's between 25 and 35 for a woman. I can't remember exactly, to be honest, I'll be lying. But women in particular need higher percentage of body fat to maintain a pregnancy. That's like the idea behind that. So that's why, like, in bodybuilding, for example, a lot of women lose their period because their body fat percentage is so low. There's not enough energy in their body to maintain a pregnancy.
So if you're finished having children,
Yeah.
lose all the body fat,
Mm-hmm.
and you won't get periods, and you don't have to have a hysterectomy or HRT.
But you could end up Couldn't you end up
It's never planned. No.
Really?
We've had such good information.
Yeah.
This whole episode,
that.
and then you come up with like the worst suggestion I think I've ever heard.
No, it's not a good idea.
That's like saying, starve yourself into oblivion. It'll be fine.
No.
Yeah, no, we
That's
don't
not
want
a
to do
good
that.
idea.
It's not optimal for health.
So what is your favourite area around here? We never really answered that. We just sort of told you we're going to your old house.
My favourite area, I really love Banff Links. The beach, I just feel very at peace there. Really like going for walks there. And it's just a 5-10 minute walk from my door, so it's even better. Yeah.
Do you have when you're working out, do you listen to music? Do you listen to audiobooks, podcasts? Is there a routine?
I listen to music usually when I'm working out, but I've gotten into podcasts like big time lately.
Any recommendations?
It's all fitness knowledge, it's all just to build my knowledge to help me help my clients. So yeah, they're
informative.
Very educational. Maybe not for everybody, but I just can't get enough of it at the moment. So.
Do you have a favourite?
Emma Story-Gordon is my current favourite.
Okay.
She's a personal trainer, businesswoman. She's got heaps of businesses. She lives in Dundee, and she's just so knowledgeable and passionate about her line of work. Really respect her, and I'm hoping to meet her. I'm going down to London in a couple of weeks to a fitness festival, the International Fitness Summit. I'm going down there, and there's going to be all the fitness influencers and the folks that are really successful.
Yeah.
They're all going to be there doing business talks and fitness talks and stuff. So.
And do you enjoy working for yourself? Do you feel like this? Do you prefer this, or do you prefer a job? Or
I prefer this to the childminding. I think that when I was self-employed childminding, I hated being self-employed because I felt like it was just more responsibility for me. But just now, I'm managing. I really love the job.
Yeah.
There's nothing I don't like about it.
Yeah.
So.
Wait until you've got clients out the door, and then you've got to do the books, and you've got to weigh up all the paperwork, and you might start finding things you don't like.
It's about keeping the balance right as well, because my fitness is so important to me. I have to have time to keep up with my own training as well.
How often do you work out?
3 or 4 times a week usually.
For an hour, half an hour?
Yeah, an hour. Yeah.
It's not too bad. I thought you was going to say something like 4 hours a day, 7 days a week.
No, that's the thing. I think that folk assume that you've got to do so much and eat perfectly and work out all the time to be fit and healthy. No, you just need to find something that you can do 2 or 3 times a week and eat well the majority of the time, not all the time. It's just about finding that balance, and imperfect action is better than perfect action, because perfection is unsustainable.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, this has been probably the most informative podcast we've done.
Yeah, I've really
And
enjoyed
it's been
it.
the biggest shit show of the recordings. So I don't really know how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I want to isolate your face and leave you there talking.
Oh God.
We'll just put a picture of me and Kim either side of you.
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work. But it's been
Say cheese.
fascinating.
Yeah.
So
thank
you very much.
You're welcome.
Really
Thank you so
enjoyed
much for having me.
No, it's been great. It's been very informative, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. It's been fantastic. I actually really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. I think she's very knowledgeable, which is reassuring to anyone that I think wants to go and take advantage of her services.
Yeah.
But Lifelong Fitness, personal training. It's on Facebook. I think it's lifelong_fitness.
Okay.
Lifelong_fitness PT, I think.
Okay.
We'll double check and I'll add it in. But yeah, it's been very interesting. To be honest, we didn't really get to see much on the way anyway because there was so much bloody rain.
Yeah.
So
They've just been window wipers going back and forth.
exactly. So
Yeah.
we'll have to get a beautiful selfie. People in the pod.
So
Wednesday.
Oh, bet. It's an exciting day for somebody somewhere.
Well, I'm tired just talking about fitness and exercise.
Are you?
Yeah.
I find it. Do you not find though that when you do it, it gives you more energy?
Well, because I've got this acid problem, I'm constantly getting chest pain. So I don't know whether it's like anxiety I'm on the strongest dose. I had to go back to the doctors about it the other week because it was getting so bad. And he said, I can't give you anything more. He says, you're literally on the strongest dose you could possibly get.
And do you avoid foods that trigger it?
Well, I've just started looking into foods that trigger it.
Okay.
Because I don't really know what triggers it and what doesn't.
Yeah.
But like, for example, I love onion. And I know that pickled onions trigger it, right?
Yeah.
Because they're covered in vinegar. So I'll avoid those. That's fine. But then
alcohol.
Normal onions do it.
Yeah.
Normal onions.
Well, anything with like a strong flavour, isn't it? Like spicy stuff.
Garlic does.
Yeah.
And they're things I cook with all the time.
Alcohol.
What? Yeah, no. Alcohol.
Fizzy juice.
I've cut out fizzy juice. I've not had any for about 4 or 5 days.
Oranges and citrusy stuff as well.
Yep. I was tempted earlier by a can of full fat Pepsi, but I didn't. I've not had fizzy juice for about 5 days now, so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Hopefully, over the evolution of this podcast, you'll see me like slim down, just wither away to nothing.
Yeah, so we'll not be able to mix and match the episodes because
I'll be fat one week, thin the next.
14 stone in a day.
14 stone in a day. Oh, I used to love that. Oh God. But yeah, no, it was very interesting. I think
really enjoyed it.
we spoke a lot about nutrition, which is kind of interesting.
Well, it's the basis of everything, isn't it? Because how do you survive if you're no...
Alright, I thought it was going down some weird route with that one. I buy a car because of nutrition. I went to the cinema because of nutrition. Like, yeah, I get what you mean though.
Yeah.
To survive.
To survive.
To survive.
And live your best life.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
It's been very good.
Yes, thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you. See you next week.
See you next week.